In the shadow of the Sears Tower, just 5.5 miles from downtown,
Madison and Pulaski is a crazy street.
Chicago police blocked the intersection of Madison and Pulaski, a full 10 days after rioting and looting devastated businesses in the area.
We've been around for almost 10 years now.
Mohammed Jabawi is the Mo of Mo's Furniture. His store was ransacked and is now basically a showroom for shattered glass.
We had some couches here, some tables, coffee tables and stuff. It's just most of the stuff is more damaged too.
At his nearby warehouse, looters actually stole the door off of its hinges and then took just about everything else inside. Across the street,
My store got break down from a wall.
Haytham El-Dubaili owns 50/50 Grocery and Beauty, which doubles as a convenience store and a beauty supply shop.
I sell hair, beauty, and grocery. It's taken all my hair is worth maybe $170,000. It's expensive hair, real human hair. You take a chemical, you take whole ATM, you get inside the ATM $12,000.
He showed us surveillance video of looters who used a buzzsaw to cut the bolts and steal an entire cash machine with $12,000 inside. He also had video of another group that came and cleaned out his wigs.
I don't think so we're gonna make it. If we don't have help, we're not gonna make it.
Help for these businesses may not come from the insurance companies, investors, or government assistance. But that's where West Side siblings Charles and Mercedes Pickett are trying to fill the gap.
We definitely understand the pain and the struggle that coronavirus pretty much exposed in the black communities.
They've started a GoFundMe campaign to save the West Side that has raised more than $35,000 so far. Money that will be given directly to minority-owned businesses on the West Side to stay afloat after the twin calamities of coronavirus and looting.
We noticed a lot of fundraising was happening on the south side of Chicago. The west side is almost neglected.
We are a part of the city as well.
Charles Pickett says he knows the West Side has yet to recover from the riots in the aftermath of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination, and he's determined to make sure history does not repeat itself.
The west side of Chicago was hit very hard, and if you notice, it still looks the same. There's not a lot of resources. There wasn't a lot of investments. And one thing that he said that resonated with me was it wasn't that it didn't recover, it wasn't supposed to.
If we're able to connect our resources and build with one another, we can save the west side of Chicago.
And if you would like more information on the Pickett siblings' effort to save the West Side of Chicago, we've provided a link to their GoFundMe campaign on our website, WGNTV.com.